on those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. His throw incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw is Smith. Incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end fan. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. Myers' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He finds his man, Pollard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Prescott now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Pollard, he'll take it up the gut. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run forward with Pollard. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will knot us up at 10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Off of play action, here's Smith. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Smith. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there, but couldn't get much further. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Smith. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now we're signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in. And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him. That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Myers' kick is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3. And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Able to hit his target Lamb.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fielded at the 20.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll run it here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
Play action. It's Smith.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold. Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Prescott to throw it.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
that, he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
7 yards there and a first down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And this one is right through. And that's going to tie us at 13. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
The Smith's throw into the hands of Fan. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
3rd and 5. Now Smith. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Dante Fowler. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. It's fielded at the 45. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That is caught. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. CD Lamb, 49 yards. And the Cowboys have moved out in front. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention for this quick strike offense.
I thought you weren't going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just didn't you?
Yeah, you did. You did. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Moore. He will return it. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. They're down here in the 3rd quarter, trying to get something going to the outside there. Didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Smith. That's to the rookie, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now Gino on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And Smith able to move the chains before sliding down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st. Now Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And he's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
The mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. Flush to his right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
On 1st down, it's Smith.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith.
And he's got Smith and Jigba.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Seattle.
Out of the gun, Smith.
He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Smith throwing again. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Smith.
He'll find us.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. But they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And that is incomplete. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their 1st time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
This is taken around the 12. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
This is 1st and 10.
Off of play action, here's Smith. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Dante Fowler able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Here's Smith. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Still on his feet, and he gets this one down to the 24.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Smith to throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Smith. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Smith's going to throw it.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Cowboys force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only